Very warm welcome on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. So, friends, welcome back once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. And today we are going to look at how to strategize our preparation as far as the Quant and DI section of CMAT 2023 examination is concerned. So, can you please all confirm if I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you so that we can launch this session, we can start this session. I'm eagerly waiting for a response from any one of you. Can you all please quickly confirm if I'm audible and visible? All right, so I am live. I am clearly audible and visible. Yes, I got it. Abhay, Shreya, Swati, Sanskruti, thank you very much for confirmation. So, friends, already testnet is over. Most of you must have taken that examination, and the next two big examination in front of us are MHCT and CMAT. Now, we have already started sessions for MHCT examination. I've already conducted a session talking about the strategy how to attempt MHCT examination, and we'll be conducting many more sessions for that. Now, the next big examination is CMAT 2023. And today, for all of you, I'll be discussing how to tackle this particular section of quant and data interpretation. Now, friends, in order to understand how to tackle this section, we need to understand the overall pattern of this examination. Because this is not a standalone section, we don't have any sectional time limit so that we can look at this session separately. So this particular section is the part of entire examination, and in this examination there is no sectional time limit. So we have to strategize our performance in the overall examination and then match that particular performance with the strategy that we are planning for quant and DI section. So it's an overall thing. अलग से सिर्फ quant और DI के लिए आप strategy नहीं बना सकते because you need to you need to take out some particular amount of time to tackle these 20 questions that comes in quant and data interpretation. All right. So this is the agenda of the session that we'll be discussing today. So we'll be looking at overall pattern in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Then after that, we'll move specifically and talk about the important areas in quant and data interpretation. And then we'll solve some of the questions related to quant and DI that have already appeared in the previous year papers of CMAT. So yes, today you'll be looking at the actual level of difficulty that has already come in the previous year papers of CMAT. And looking at that level of difficulty, you'll be able to understand what is the level which you will have to target in the next upcoming days. So the registration dates are already open for CMAT, and I believe the last date for registration is 6th of March. So you'll have to fill the application before 6th of March. The date is not yet announced. So if anybody is going to ask me about the dates of CMAT, so yes, the official website tells us that the dates will be announced in future. And if you will talk about my expectations, so I am expecting this examination to happen somewhere in the month of April, like first week of April. But it can be at any instant. It can be at in any month. It can be in the end of March, or it can be in the beginning of April. All right. But nevertheless, we need to prepare for this examination from this day onwards. So I am believing that all of you must be preparing well for this examination, and it's just that you need to now adapt yourself as per the syllabus and as per the structure of this examination. So let us move our focus towards the scheme of the examination, the pattern of the examination as given in the official website of CMAT. Now, according to official website, there will be a total of 100 questions, and every question will be of 4 marks. So that means the entire paper will be of 400 marks. Now, this entire paper, 100 questions, will be divided in 5 parts, 5 sections. So wait, before I talk about this, Let me make sure that you can clearly view this table. Okay, so I hope now the entire table will be visible to you. So all these 100 questions are divided in 5 sections. One of the sections is quantitative techniques and data interpretation, having 20 questions. So the overall weightage for this section is 80. But there is no sectional time limit. So it also depends on your performance, on your speed in the other sections that will decide the time that you are going to spend on this particular section. So if I try to divide the entire time that we are given, so it is not written here, but for these 100 questions, you will be given 180 minutes. Now, as per the experience of my previous year students, so the students who have given me the feedback for CMAT 2022, the students who have given me the feedback of CMAT over the previous years, 21, 20, right? Now, they have told me that these 180 minutes are sufficient to attempt all these 100 questions, right? So we have 180 minutes. It's not the examination of testnet where you were given 100 minutes for 100 questions. So here you have good complete 3 hours. That is 180 minutes to tackle these 100 questions. And you can divide these 180 minutes efficiently in all these 5 sections, right? Now, talking about general awareness, which has 20 questions, it is not going to take more than 10 minutes of your time to attempt these 20 questions, right? Then innovation and entrepreneurship is a section in which you will require a lot of reading. Okay, so I can take out 25 to 30 minutes for this section. Now, in these two sections, general awareness and innovation and entrepreneurship, either you know the answer or you don't know the answer. There is no calculation, there is no thinking that you'll have to do much in these two sections. All right. So these two sections can be tackled in a total of 40 minutes out of 180 minutes. So I can dedicate 40 minutes to these two sections. Now, remaining 140 minutes or maybe 130 minutes are left for the other three sections. And looking at the level of difficulty, which is I can say most of the questions are in the easy section of level of difficulty as far as quant and logical reasoning is concerned. So looking at the level of difficulty, I can say that it will be very easy for all of you. If you know how to solve these questions, then you will have enough time to finish or to attempt all these 100 questions. Believe me, yes, you will have enough time. Okay. So as far as target score is concerned, the target score should be somewhere around 320 plus, right? So for 320 plus, 80 plus questions should be effectively correct. For that, you need to attempt at least 90 questions. So 90 questions agar attempt karte ho with an accuracy of somewhere around 85 to 90 percentage, then you will stand a chance to cross 300, to cross the barrier of 300 marks out of 400 marks, right? So this should be your overall strategy for this entire examination. So while you are preparing for examination, obviously you will be writing a lot of mock papers, and in those mock papers, try to experiment different strategies, try to divide these 180 minutes in different ways, and make sure that you come out with a wonderful strategy that is more effective and that is basically helping you in attempting maximum number of questions. So सबसे ज्यादा important चीज है, जब भी mock test papers शुरू करोगे, so initially 2 or 3 mocks में you need to experiment with 2 or 3 different strategies, and whichever strategy you find is the best, now you can continue with that strategy and try to improve that strategy over the different mocks that you will be giving. This is very important. All right. I'll be conducting many sessions, more sessions in which I'll be telling you in detail how much time you need to spend. But right now it's good to only talk about quantitative techniques and data interpretation section. Okay. Now the marking scheme of this paper is +4 as you already know, but there is negative marking. Okay. Unattempted question will attract nothing, will not give you any positive marks, will not attract any negative marking. All right. Now there will be 4 options for every question, and you need to select only one option which will be the correct answer. right? So every question will have exactly one option which will be correct, right? So this is all about the pattern of CMAT examination. Now looking at the syllabus, like obviously we have already seen this pattern. So if I look at in detail how much time we need to spend on each of these sections. So I would start with general awareness and will spend 10 minutes on this section. Then I would give 30 minutes to innovation and entrepreneurship, which will be the second section I'll enter in. Then the remaining three sections can be attempted in any order. Now, since I'm left with somewhere around 130 or 140 minutes after attempting these two sections of general awareness and innovation and entrepreneurship, what I'll do is I'll be giving initially 30 minutes to each of these sections in any order. Attempt as many questions as I can in these 30 minutes which are allotted to these sections. And after that, the remaining, like these are 90 minutes, so out of 130 minutes, if I'm done with 90 minutes, I'll be left with another 40 minutes. Now I can spend these 40 minutes in the remaining sections or in the questions that I have not attempted, and then I can finish this paper. All right. Education What is asking, so how many mock does BYJU'S exam prep provide for CMAT? Education What, right now I don't remember the number. Okay, I don't remember the number, but there are good enough number of mock papers that we'll be giving, okay, in our test series. So I'll come up with this number and will reply you on the same chat, okay, but after some time. Now, this is the entire strategy as far as the allocation of time is concerned that I do for this entire examination, making sure that I'll be leaving at least 30-35 minutes of buffer time towards the end of the section, which I always do in a paper in which we don't have any sectional time limits, right? Now, moving forward and talking about the areas which will be tested in quantitative aptitude. So almost every area, like we have seen questions coming up from almost every area in the last few years. Okay, so just wait a second. I'll make sure that this entire screen is visible to you. All right. Now I believe you will see all these areas appearing on the screen. So areas that we need to focus are all the areas of quantitative aptitude plus data interpretation. So yes, in these 20 questions of QA and DI, you may get 4 or 5 questions from data interpretation, and the rest of the questions will be from quantitative aptitude, right? The areas that we need to focus, starting from arithmetic, obviously you need to focus on percentages and its applications, ratios and its applications in averages, mixtures, and allegations. So yes, we have seen questions coming up from mixtures and allegations as well. Then the next topic is time and work and time, speed, and distance. Now, from time, speed, distance, we have also seen the questions on linear races. So, yes, as far as the different areas are concerned, so CMAT examination touches each and every topic, each and every subtopic from these areas. Now, moving on to algebra, the portion that has come from algebra has not been very difficult. So we have seen questions coming up from linear equations, quadratic equations. You may leave functions, graphs, inequalities, modulus. Okay, so ये वाले जो areas हैं ये exam में नहीं आते. So linear equations, quadratic equations, you can touch progressions. All right. Then logarithms is again a good topic that you need to focus on. Now, then coming up to number systems. So number systems starting from properties of numbers, classification of numbers, the concept of LCM, HCF and their applications, divisibility rules, finding the unit digit, division, like the concept of division. So from all these areas, we have seen questions coming up from number system. Now coming to geometry, triangles and mensuration. Triangles and mensurations are the two most important areas that you need to finish in geometry. Then finally, modern maths. So yes, we have seen questions from set theory. We have seen questions from permutation combination as well as probability. But the level of difficulty has been easy to moderate. Okay. Now finally, data interpretation. So you may expect at least one set of 3 to 4 questions coming up from data interpretation. All right. You may also see some independent questions as well, but all these questions are majorly based on percentage calculations. So you will be given any graph in the form of a bar graph, a line graph, or a pie chart, whatever data will be given to you. The mostly the questions will involve the calculations related to percentages. So you need to focus on that as well. All right, fine. Muskan, you're asking, sir, for JBMS, we have to give CET along with CMAT. So, Muskan, you can take any of these examinations, but I will prefer Maharashtra CET examination over any other examination if I want an admit in JBIMS. All right. Okay. So these are the areas that we need to focus on. Now let us talk about the composition of QA and DI section in the last 2 years, starting from year 2021. Now in the year 2021, there used to be a total of 25 questions that used to appear in the QA section. Okay. And this is the breakup of these 25 questions in detail. So if I look at the first four areas, which belongs to arithmetic, right? So we have seen 2 questions from percentages and its applications. We have seen 4 questions from ratios, mixtures and allegations, 2 questions from time and work, and 3 questions from time, speed, distance. So in total, 11 questions have come from arithmetic, and the level of difficulty of all these 11 questions was easy. So all these questions were easy, were doable, and on an average, you could finish these 11 questions in 1 minute per question. All right. One question appeared from geometry, and that was from triangles. A total of 3 questions appeared from number systems. So if you look at number systems, there were 3 questions, 2 easy and 1 on high level of difficulty. There were 4 questions from algebra. 3 questions were easy and 1 was medium. Modern maths, there were 2 questions. Data interpretation, there were only 2 questions that came in the year 2021. Set theory, there was 1 question, and there was 1 question that came from miscellaneous topics. So if I segregate all these areas, so from arithmetic, we saw 11 questions. From geometry, there was only 1 question. From number systems, there were 3 questions. All right. Then from modern maths, look at the top of your screen. From modern maths, there were 2 questions. No, in total, modern maths, there were 3 questions because 2 questions were from PNC probability and 1 question was from set theory. I'll keep set theory in modern maths only. In data interpretation, there were 2 questions. All right. So this was the breakup of all these areas. And algebra, yes, algebra, there were 4 questions. So if I talk about the order of importance of these areas, definitely arithmetic is one of the most important areas. And then after arithmetic, I'll keep data interpretation and algebra. Though we have seen only 2 questions of data interpretation in year 2021, but yes, if I look at the breakup of these questions in the year 2022, then the weightage of data interpretation was 5 questions out of 20 questions. So one of the major changes from 2021 to 2022 was the number of questions in QA section. It reduced to 20 questions because there was one more section that was introduced in the last year examination, that was innovation and entrepreneurship. So innovation and entrepreneurship never used to be there up till the year 2021. So to make space for this new section, the number of questions in the remaining 4 sections reduced by 5 each, and there were 20 questions of innovation and entrepreneurship that were introduced in the paper last year. So QA section last year, we saw only 20 questions, out of which 8 questions were from arithmetic and 5 questions were from data interpretation. So that is why I call data interpretation as one of the important areas in this particular section. After that, there were two questions each from number system, geometry mensuration, and modern maths, and only one question appeared from algebra. So algebra, not a very difficult type of questions will appear in algebra. So if you will finish linear equations, quadratic equations, progressions, and logarithms, then that will be enough for you as far as algebra area is concerned. All right. Okay. Now moving ahead. Now, Priyal, it will be, yes, it will be worth to take MHCT examination even if you are not from Maharashtra, because definitely 15% of the seats in every college are there for the students who are not from Maharashtra domicile. All right. In order to take admission in any of the colleges in Maharashtra, MHCT examination is very important. Now, friends, moving ahead, let us have a look at some of the questions that have appeared in the previous year papers of CMAT examination. Now, starting from this first question, that is on time and work. Please pardon as my health is not good. I have a little cold. So please pardon and let us solve these questions. Okay, so two pipes A and B can fill a tank in 5 hours and 20 hours respectively. Now, both pipes together can fill the same tank in how many hours out of the given options? Now, this is a very easy question, though it can be finished in less than 30 seconds. But I'll give you a method using which you can solve these type of questions in less than 5 seconds. You just need to look at the option, evaluate the options, and then mark the answer. No calculation is required. So I'll take this question using two different methods. One is a normal method that like mathematical way, and the other one is the logical way. So the students who have already given the answer, education word Dhirendra, Samruddhi, Pranav, four of you are absolutely correct. So a very simple question. This has appeared like what to word. This is the same question that appeared in one of the previous years of CMAT. Now A can fill the tank in 5 hours and B in 20 hours. All right. Now what I do is either I can use the fraction method or LCM method. So we have again two methods for this. So 1 hour work of A is 1 by 5, 1 hour work of B is 1 by 20. So the net 1 hour work is 1 by 5 plus 1 by 20, and that is 5 upon 20, which is equal to 1 upon 4. So 1 upon 4 is the 1 hour work if both A and B will work together. So in 1 hour, they can fill 1/4 of the tank. So to fill the entire tank, they will require 4 hours. So correct answer, yes, it is option A. Okay. Now, if I look at this question logically, A can finish the work in 5 hours and B in 20 hours. So A alone can finish the work in 5 hours. If B will help A, then the time required will be less than 5 hours. So one thing is for sure, my answer has to be less than 5 hours. So I can eliminate these two. Okay. Now, if I'll consider two people of equal efficiency who can finish the work in 5 hours and 5 hours each, then if they will work together, the work will be finished in exactly half the time, that is 2.5 hours. Okay, but here B's efficiency is less, so the amount of time that will be required will be more than 2.5 hours. So answer has to be more than 2.5. So option D also cannot be the answer. So logically speaking, whenever you see such type of questions, जो आंसर होता है, the answer is between this value जो इनमें से कम है. So इन दोनों में से जो भी कम वैल्यू है उसको सेलेक्ट कर लो. So 5 hours and half of 5, that is 2.5. So if both of them will work together, the work will be finished in a time which will definitely lie between 2.5 and 5 hours. So this is one logical way of attempting this question. All right. So that was the first question. Let's move on and look at the next question. The next question is based on ratios. In June 2020, the ratio of boys to girls in a college is 3:2. In September, there were 80 fewer boys and 20 fewer girls in the college, and the ratio of boys to girls was 7:5. So, what was the total number of students in the college in the month of June 2020? Again, a very simple question. So, Pranav, in case of three people, the answer will be the least of the values and one third of that value उन दोनों के बीच में lie करेगा. Okay? All right. Any answer for this one? Now, talking about the month of June, the ratio of boys to girls is 3:2. So I'll assume the number of boys as 3x and the number of girls as 2x. All right. Now, what happened in September? In September, there were 80 fewer boys. So boys, number of boys reduced by 80 and 20 fewer girls. So number of girls reduced by 20. And now the ratio became 7/5. Okay, we'll do the cross multiplication, get the value of x, and then we can find out the number of students. So doing cross multiplication, I'll have 15x minus 400 is equal to 14x minus 140. So the value of x will be equal to 400 minus 140, that is 260. So this is the value of x. Now they want the total number of students in June. So total number of boys was 3x and the girls was 2x. So total number of students is 5x, which is equal to 5 multiplied by 260, and that is 1300. So 1300 will be the total number of students in June 2020. All right. Let's quickly move on to the next question, question number 3. Now this is slightly difficult question. Let's see who can answer this one. Now m is a 4-digit number. If the leftmost digit is removed, then the resulting 3-digit number is 1/9 of the original number m. So how many such values of m are possible? Now do it carefully. A very logical question. All right. So two students, Shelja and Education Word, they have given the answer. I'll wait for a few more seconds. Okay, so let us start by taking this 4-digit number m as A, B, C, D. Okay, now if the leftmost digit is removed, that means if A is removed, the resulting number, so if A is removed, that means B, C, D, this resulting number will be 1/9 of the original number. So I can say that 1 by 9 of the original number A, B, C, D will be equal to B, C, D. Doing cross multiplication, so A, B, C, D is a 4-digit number. That is 9 times the 3-digit number B, C, D. All right. Now I can write this 4-digit number as 1000 A. A को मैंने separate कर लिया plus B, C, D that is equal to 9 times B, C, D. Okay. So 1000 A can be written as 8 times this 3-digit number B, C, D. So this 3-digit number B, C, D is equal to 125 multiplied by A. All right. This 3-digit number is equal to 125 multiplied by A. Now, what is A? A is the leftmost digit of a 4-digit number. Now, what all possible values A can take? A is a single digit number. So, A can take values starting from 1 up till 9. So, A क्या है? Leftmost digit है एक 4-digit number का. So, leftmost digit cannot be equal to 0. So, it can take any value starting from 1 up till 9. Alright. Now, putting the value of A, substituting the value of A, I need to obtain a 3-digit number. So, A can be 1. So if I'll put A as 1, wait, let me do that. Now all of you have time to change your answer if you want to. So if I'll put A as 1, then this 3-digit number BCD will be equal to 125. So the entire 4-digit number will be 1125. If A is 2, this 3-digit number will be 250. So the number will be 2250. If A is 3, it will be 375. If A is 4, it will be 500. If A is 5, it will be 625. If A is 6, it will be 750. If A is 7, the number will be 875. But if A is 8, the number will be 1000, which is not a 3-digit number, So can I say that the maximum value A can take will be equal to 7? So starting from 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these will be the 7 possible values that A can take. All right. So no further value greater than 7 will be assumed by A, and hence I can say that M, the 4-digit number, can have 7 possible values. All right. All of you have given option B, that is 9 as the answer, but the answer will be equal to 7. All right. Great. Now, one student, Sai Shri, sir, I'm not a non-engineer and I usually get tense when I see quant and DI, but your teaching style is very calming and pleasant. It made me overcome that fear. Oh, lovely, lovely, Sai Shri. Thank you for such a wonderful, such a lovely comment. Thank you. So, if you feel confident, like after attending my lectures, then I am very happy after hearing this. Thank you. Now, moving ahead, let's move on to the next question. Now, next question is again from time and work. LMN together can complete a piece of work in 72 days. M and N can do it in 120 and L and N in 90 days. In what time can L alone complete the work? Now, be careful with this one. Now, this is a very basic question of time and work. L and M together can finish the work in 72 days. M and N in 120 days. And finally, L and N can finish it in 90 days. Okay. Now, the best method to finish this question is, to do this question is, you can start by assuming the total work. So the work can be assumed as a number, which is LCM of 72, 120 and 90. So I can see a number 360 units I'll assume as the work, which is completely divisible by 72, 120 and 90. Now, if L and M can finish the work in 72 days, so 1 day work of L and M together will be 360 divided by 72, that is 5 units. So L and M can finish 5 units of work in 1 day. Similarly, M and N together will finish 3 units of work in 1 day, and L and N can finish 4 units of work in 1 day. Now, to get the value of L, M, and N, the work done by them in 1 day, what I'll do is I'll try to solve these equations. So I have three equations, three variables, but there is no need to solve for all the three variables. I just need the value of L. सिर्फ L का value चाहिए. So मैं क्या करूंगा? The best way to solve this is I'll add all of them. So if I'll add all of them, I'll get twice of L plus M plus N is equal to 12. That means L plus N plus M is equal to 6. All right. Now, using this equation and this equation, if M plus N is equal to 3 and L plus M plus N is equal to 6, so the value of L will be equal to 3. So 1 day work of L is equal to 3. All right. Now, if L can finish the entire work, if L can finish 3 units of work in 1 day, so to finish the entire work, 360 units, the number of days required will be 360 upon 3. That is 120 days. So answer क्या होगा? Option D, that is 120 days. All right. Let's move ahead and look at the next question very quickly. The question from triangles. Again, a very easy question. This is one of the concepts that we will study in midpoint theorems in triangles. I want a quick answer from every one of you. बहुत simple question है. All right. Indobrit, one answer. Shelja has also given an answer. Okay. Now this can also be taken as a theorem in case of every triangle. Now this will happen for every triangle. Let us understand what is happening here. Now I have drawn a triangle ABC. Now they are saying that D, E, and F are the midpoints of AB, BC, and CA respectively. Then the ratio of the area of triangle DEF, so this triangle is formed. Okay, right? Now let us not talk about this question, let us talk in general. Now you can see that there are four small triangles that have been made. Okay, triangle number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, according to this theorem, it says that whenever midpoints of all the three sides of a triangle are joined, then the resulting four triangles, all of them will have equal areas. Okay, so these four triangles will have equal areas, right? Now, since these four triangles have equal areas, That means the area of the original triangle is divided in four equal parts, and the area of each of these triangle will be equal to area of triangle ABC divided by 4. So I can say that the ratio of the area of any of these small triangles to that of the original triangle will be equal to 1 is to 4. And yes, you can take this thing as a theorem as well, right? This will be very helpful. So all these four areas will be equal, and each of these areas will be equal to 1/4 of the area of triangle ABC, right? Let's move on and look at the next question based on time, speed, and distance. A 100-meter long train crosses 200-meter long and 20-meter wide bridge in 20 seconds. What is the speed of the train in kilometer per hour? Read the question carefully and then mark your answer. Okay. Now, one of the information that is given in this question, the width of the bridge is not required at all. Okay. So this is a redundant information. This is an extra information. Doesn't required at all in this question. Okay. Now, 100-meter long train crosses a 200-meter long bridge. So the train has to cross this entire bridge. That means the distance traveled by the train will be equal to the length of the bridge plus the length of the train. Okay, so the total distance that the train will cover to cross this entire bridge will be equal to 300 meters. The speed of the train, the time in which the train is doing this is 20 seconds. So the speed of the train will be 300 distance divided by 20, that is time, and this will come out to be 15 meters per second. So the speed of the train is 15 meters per second. But the question is asking us to convert this speed in terms of kilometer per hour. Okay. Now from meter per second to kilometer per hour, if we want to convert, we will multiply this by 18 by 5. Okay. So 15 को 18 upon 5 से multiply कर दो and you will get 54 kilometer per hour as the speed of the train in kilometer per hour. So some of you have given correct answer, Shelja, Indobrid, Education Word, and Shubham. So four of you have given absolutely correct answer. Yes, it will be 54 kilometer per hour. All right. Okay. Now moving forward, that is all from my side for the day. And in the upcoming days, I'll be conducting some dedicated sessions on the previous year paper questions of CMAT, as well as will run a series of the most important concepts and the questions that may appear in CMAT examination. For the time being, that is all from my side. Now, new batches are available for the students who want to prepare for CAT 2023. So the comprehensive program, the complete details are there on your screen, and you can be a part of BYJU'S exam prep, any of the batches, by looking at the link that is given in the description of this section. You can avail up till 90% scholarship on all the CAT preparation programs using by taking the scholarship test that will be conducted on 4th of March at 7 p.m. Yes, Indo-Brit, I'll definitely include difficult ones as well. And I'm assuring you that we'll be discussing very difficult questions as well. But we'll stick to the level of difficulty of CMAT. Now, why MBA is right career choice? A seminar will be conducted by Saral sir on 28th of February at 7 p.m. So please do register for this session and be a part of it. That is all from my side, my dear friends. Thank you for being a part of this session. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.